Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
Kick catch interference. We can't have that.
A little too amped up there. Got to him before he had a chance to catch him.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandin Cooks. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Peyton Hendershot. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by the second-year man from The Ohio State University, Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Here's Fields. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think we see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Fields. Got a man. It's Tunyon. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields now to throw. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback, just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
A handoff for Herbert. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Herbert once more. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a third down coming up. Fields. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll go option to the short side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Operating from the gun, Fields. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Out of the gun, Fields. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
So Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Prescott from the gun. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Prescott to throw it. And it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandin Cooks, 30 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Marr on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Starting on the ground with Herbert.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Let's ride, dog. I'm coming.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. They'll go again with Herbert. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. To throw is Fields. Being chased out left. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. A shotgun snap, Fields.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Prescott on 1st down.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. To throw is Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he will have a Cowboys first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on third and inches.
Prescott.
Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
They'll come up now on second and a yard.
Prescott yet again.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Second and 12. Now Fields.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Prescott now. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep, and just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 9. From the 50, here's Fields. Pass incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Fields now to throw. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Fields. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing. Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. There again is Cooks, complete. Touchdown! Brandin Cooks, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Marr now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Back now in Arlington. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Fields on 1st down.
And his throw is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story as he was approaching 19 miles an hour on that one. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Pollard again. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And some room to maneuver. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
From the red zone now, Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Pollard.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.
Dak's going to keep it.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Now here's Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's a 1-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Marr on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Bears. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Gonna run again here with Pollard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. So it's a win here for the Cowboys, and it was Dak Prescott, their quarterback, who really led the charge.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.